Hi everybody, Professor Finley here. I hope everyone's hanging in there, keeping their spirits up and staying safe and healthy. I've got kind of a nice moderate class planned for us today, so without further ado, we'll get started. The only prop that we'll need today is our flex band, but I would love you guys to start thinking about what you could use. If you've got a flex ball, that's great, but if you can find something in your house that can kind of replicate that for a little bit of knee squeeze and a little bit of lumbar support, go ahead and start thinking about that. All right, choose your favorite leg position. Let's get ourselves into our best neutral as we get started today. Just rest those hands nice and heavy down on your legs and close your eyes. And just take a moment for yourself to tune out the outside world, tune out those mental distractions, tune out those physical distractions, and bring your focus inward. Let's just start by tuning into our breathing just for a moment. And then we'll start our body scan. So I'm going to have everybody bring your attention up to the crown of your head and see what stuck stress and tension and muscle gripping you're noticing today. Whatever you're feeling, whatever sensations you're experiencing, just let everything relax and release and almost float downwards outside of your body. I'm going to have everybody bring their awareness now to the muscles of your face, your forehead, those little muscles around your eyes, your cheeks, and the muscles of your jaw. And just notice any sensations of gripping, of tension, of squinting, or of furrowing. Whatever you're sensing, whatever you're feeling, just let everything relax and release and flow downwards. Bring your awareness now to the muscles at the back of your head and those little muscles right at the base of your skull. And once again, just detect any stress, any strain, any tension. Whatever you're feeling in that region of your body, let it relax and let it release. Bring your awareness now to the muscles of your neck. See if you're noticing any neck strain or neck tension today. Maybe the sensation that the head is kind of being shifted to the right, to the left, or forward or back. If it helps to take a little head roll to release any neck tension, go ahead and do so. Bring your awareness now down to the muscles right at the base of your neck and all of those little muscles around your shoulders. And again, any tension, any stuck stress, any gripping of those muscles, perhaps the sensation that your shoulders are drawn upwards slightly towards your earlobes. Let those shoulders drop, let those muscles relax and completely release. Bring your awareness now to the muscles that run along your spine, all the way from the back of your neck, right down between your shoulder blades, your mid-back, your low back, and the muscles behind your hips. And any stress or any strain in those muscles, any gripping, maybe the shoulder blades feel like they're creeping up the back of your rib cage, let all those muscles relax and soften, and once again completely release. Let's bring our awareness now around to the front of the body, the muscles of the chest and the abdomen. See if you're sensing any chest strain today. Maybe that sensation that those shoulders are pulling forward, giving you that slight hunchback feeling. Let those muscles soften and release. If it helps to roll your shoulders back and down, go ahead and do so. Completely release any tension from the belly muscles. Just let those belly muscles soften and relax. Bring your awareness now to the muscles right around your hips, your hip flexor muscles right in front, and your gluteal muscles behind. And if you're experiencing any tension, any gripping, maybe the sensation that you're really trying to hold those legs in a certain position, go ahead and let those muscles soften and relax and completely release. If it helps to kind of shift your sitting position just a little bit to try to draw yourselves into a little bit more comfortable and better neutral, go ahead and do so. Make sure there's no tension at all in your arms or your hands. Just let them be very relaxed. Okay? And now we're all going to bring our awareness down to the base of support. So I want you to take just a moment to really feel the weight of your body sink and melt into the floor underneath you. And really feel the floor support the weight of your body. And let's all just take a moment to really appreciate that feeling of being grounded and of being present in this moment. Now I want everyone to bring their awareness to their natural breath once again. And just see where your breathing is going today. See if you're able to breathe into the lungs, or if your breathing feels more shallow, more restricted into the chest or into the throat. Just notice what you're feeling. And now let's start a little bit of our breath work. So I'm going to have everyone take a nice big inhale breath through the nose. Start by pressing it down deep, deep into the base of the lungs, really feeling that sense of weight and expansion. Let's hold that breath just for a moment. And then exhale to completely release it through your mouth. And once again, nice big deep inhale breath through the nose. Pressing the air once again down deep into the lowest lobes of the lungs, really oxygenating the body. Inhale, hold. Exhale to completely release. Let's go into our more diaphragmatic belly breath this time. Inhaling through the nose, going deep into the base of the lungs, but this time also letting those abdominal muscles stretch and open and expand outwards from the center of the body. And then pressing that air back out through your teeth and really flattening the abdominal wall and deflating the belly. Let's take that once again, a little bit bigger this time. Inhale through the nose, big diaphragmatic belly inhale. Really let the belly muscles soften and relax and extend outwards. And then pressing that air back out, deflating the belly, pressing the abdominal wall flat. We'll keep the abdominal wall flattened. Take another inhale breath, this time pressing the air into the sides and back of the rib cage. Really feeling that expansion. And then out through that imaginary straw, beginning to narrow in on the waist and activate and connect the transversus abdominis. And we'll take that again, nice big inhale breath through the nose. Really feel the rib cage expand and open like a giant balloon getting bigger and bigger. And then out through those pursed lips, the waist gets smaller and smaller, and you start to get that gentle lift through the pelvic floor. Let's go on. Inhale, nice lateral inhale, very big, taking that air. As you exhale this time, gently nod your chin towards your collarbones and round the back of your head, neck, and upper back over your leg position. Take another inhale breath, and this time I really want you to send the air into your upper back, feeling that nice sense of stretch and expansion. Exhaling through that imaginary straw, really feeling those deep quartz stabilizers engage. And once again, inhaling into this same position, upper back getting wider, more expansive, more open. And then exhaling to roll and stack your spine one vertebrae at a time. Just go slow. Go through those tight spots, go through those hard spots. Crown of the head is last until you're sitting just a little bit taller than you were when we started. Let's open our eyes, take an inhale breath and tilt the head over to the right. Nice slow exhale to circle the head all the way around. Let's add the shoulders this time, inhaling and exhaling. Let's go from the waist this time and send the rib cage around. Just identifying and releasing those tight spots. And let's take the upper back around one more time, bending and rotating from the waist all the way around. Just nice and slow. And come back to center. We'll take that to the opposite side. Inhaling and exhaling. Just nice and heavy. And adding those shoulders. And coming around. Good. Bending deeper now into the waist. Sending the entire thoracic spine around. Getting that nice little bit of extension as you come around the back. Support the back of the head. And from the waist one more time. back to center. I want you to tilt your head over to the right and create a nice amount of space between your earlobe and the top of your shoulder. Then I want you to send the heel of your left hand out on a low diagonal and really reach the heel of the hand away from your earlobe, creating as much space as you can. And then we're going to take just slow circles today of the wrist. We're just going to circle the wrist and circle. And let's take 2 more. And 1 more. And then once again, just flex the heel of the hand away from the earlobe. And come on up, and we'll take that to the opposite side. Take the head now over to the left, creating that space. Sending the heel of the hand away from the earlobe, creating even more space. And then just circle that wrist. Any direction is fine. Just nice slow circles. You might get that increased sense of stretch through those trapezius muscles, and we'll take 1 more. And then flex the heel of the hand once again away from the earlobe. And come on up. Let's take some little shoulder rolls, forward, up, and back. Just start small. And now slow them down a little bit and make them bigger, more exaggerated, more of a stretch. Really starting to mobilize the shoulder girdle. Good. A couple more in that same direction, full big range of motion. And 1 more. Good. Small circles coming forward now. Just little to start. Good. Now we're going to slow them down, make them bigger, kind of exaggerate them. Again, you're kind of noticing where those restrictions are, where those barriers are, where those tense spots are. You're just gently rolling through them. And 2 more. Good. And 1 more. Okay, guys, let's continue with a little bit more shoulder girdle and upper back work. So let's grab for the ends of our bands. Don't choke up too tight to start, especially if you have a heavier band. Right? Really feel that nice calm sense across the front of the rib cage. Really make sure you're in your best neutral. Let's all take an inhale breath, and exhale. We'll sweep those arms up, and inhale as we draw the elbows towards the spine behind us. And then again, 2. Good. And reaching. Good. Feel the rib cage in front, just very soft. Try not to let it react too much to the action of the arms. Let's take 3 more. And 2 more. Good. And 1 more. Release the band that you have in your left hand. Let's just start with our right hand. I want you to draw the arms straight up and then go into a little bit of lateral flexion. And up and release. Let's take that again. So reach that arm up. The band is going to feel like it's just kind of draping across the side of the rib cage. And up, release. Let's take 2 more. Reaching, laterally flexing the spine. And releasing. And 1 more. Have that sensation that the torso is going up and over and up and down. Release the band from that hand. Drop on the opposite side. And again, we reach into some lateral flexion and pull it down. And just feel that band stretch across the side of the rib cage, up and float it down. And we'll take 2 more. And reach and up and float the arm down. And 1 more. Good job, guys. Okay, just come off your band and let's bring it around the back of the rib cage, right? Like we know how to do. Just towards the bottom third of the rib cage, cross the ends, hold the ends out of the index finger, thumb side. You can choke up just a little bit more if you'd like to, get a little more resistance. Let's inhale, exhale to pull the band apart and release. So now we're starting to activate and recruit some of the upper back muscles, some of those postural spinal muscles. All right, and really opening up the chest muscles or the pectoral muscles. And reach. Good. And let's take just 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Uncrossing the ends of the bands. We're getting ready to go into our flexion and extension. Choke up just a little bit more if you'd like to. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, pull the band forward as you flex the thoracic spine. And then inhale, open those arms really, really wide. Create some opposition from fist to fist. Release the band behind you and come into thoracic extension. And then we'll reach and go back into flexion and come back up to neutral. Good, going just a little faster now. Exhaling and inhaling and exhaling and inhaling. Good, really feel that nice spinal flexion. Open up the chest and feel that spinal extension and back to flexion and in, taking just a couple more. Good, really starting to mobilize the upper back now. And last one, reach and forward and in. Great job, guys. Bring that band right around to the front of the body, okay? Just slightly wider than shoulder width, right? We're gonna inhale and we're gonna exhale. We're gonna actually draw the band behind our back, so just a little bit different today. Just slightly behind your back as you go into lateral flexion. And just slightly behind the head, all right? So it's good, the position's gonna feel just a little bit wider than when we go right in front of the head. And reach. I want you to still think about fighting to keep the rib cage gently soft, right? Those barn doors gently closed. A little bit more challenging when we send the band behind the head. Good, we'll take just a couple more. And 2 more. And 1 more. Good, guys. Draw the band just slightly forward now. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, open those elbows and release. And 2. Good. Really get a sensation of opposition, elbow to elbow as you pull that band down. And reach. And let's take 4 more. And 3 more. And 2 more. And this will be our last one, going into rotation. Here we go. Pull those fists apart as you reach and rotate and spiral back. And pull those fists apart. Good, really stretch that band and stretch. Good, spiraling upwards through the crown of the head. And let's take 1 more in each direction. Good, and last one. And just extend your legs forward. They can be slightly bent or they can be all the way straight. Hook your band around the arches of your feet. Cross your band. Hold the ends out of the pinky finger side of your fist. Take an inhale breath and exhale. Once again, just pull those elbows back and release. And 2. And 3. And 4. And we'll go 5. And 6. And 7. And this will be our last one, 8. Oh, that felt good to move the upper body. Okay, guys, let's go into our supine warm-up. Let's do what we did the other day. Just keep that band, drape it across your lap, come forward on your mat, so you have plenty of mat to roll back on. Take your Pilates stance with that nice 90-degree bend to your knees and feet about sit bone distance apart, so on the inside line of your hips. Hold on behind each thigh. Draw yourselves up nice and tall. Take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, start by spinning the pelvis back. Always spinning the pelvis back to start spinal articulation. Getting that flexion in the lumbar spine. Really coming through a nice imprint. And then feeling lower, mid, upper thoracic spine. Hold on to your chin nod until your head is ready to rest on your mat. And then just walk your heels in towards your sits bones a little bit to recreate your nice Pilates stance. Arms down by your sides, palms facing down. Let's do a quick body scan to make sure we're in our optimal neutral position. So I'm getting that sense of heaviness and connection and weight through the back of my head. with a majority of my weight resting right behind the bridge of my nose. Now I'm going to bring my awareness now to the back of my neck and just be aware and notice that little bit of cervical extension. Now I'm going to bring my awareness down to the back of my rib cage and my thoracic spine, noticing that nice sense of heaviness and weight and connection, especially towards the bottom third of the rib cage and the thoracic spine. Now I'm going to bring my awareness down to my lumbar spine. Make sure that I've just got that nice, neat little gap underneath, right underneath the belly button, right? Bring your awareness down to the back of your pelvis. Feel that sense of heaviness and connection through the sacrum and the coccyx. Do a quick check to make sure that the ASIS and the pubic bone are forming that horizontal plane. Okay. Arms nice and heavy down by your sides, no tension, no gripping. A nice sense of width through the collarbones, the shoulders, and the upper back, as if someone's pulling your shoulders gently away from the center of your spine. And that nice sense of softness and heaviness across the front of the rib cage. Let's all take an inhale breath, just nice and deep, big lateral inhale breath. As you exhale through those pursed lips, draw in on the transversus abdominis and feel that lift to the pelvic floor. Really feel that stability that position gives you. And then inhale, float both arms and the fingertips up straight through the ceiling right in front of you. And then exhale, extend those arms up over your head towards the wall behind you. Inhale, float them up. And exhale, float them back down. Let's take that one more time. Remember, we're really feeling stability in the rib cage. Exhaling to send them up over your head. Inhale, float them up. And exhale, float them back down. Go ahead and grab your band, guys. Right. In your fists. Ends coming out the pinky finger side. Wider than your shoulders, maybe about as wide as your mat. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, feel that stability in the rib cage. Pull the right fist up over your head to the wall behind you as you lower that left fist towards the floor, towards your hip. And inhale, float them up. And then exhale, we reverse that, extending the left arm as we lower the right. And up. And just keep switching. Just kind of going at your own pace. Really feeling what the body needs to be doing to maintain stability as those arms move with resistance. Good. Just keep reaching. And reaching. Good, guys. Let's take one more rep each side. So one more with that right arm pulling. And one more with the left. And send both fists up straight towards the ceiling. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, pull the band right across the lower part of your ribcage. Send those fists out to the side. And release. Fists just slightly lower than your shoulders, guys. Just slightly lower. We want to avoid any unnecessary tension in the upper trapezius or neck muscles. Good. And we'll take 3 more. Feeling the opposition. Send one fist in one direction, the other fist in the other direction. Good, and just one more. And float them up, and then just float those arms back down. We'll use the band again later. Just bring your hands right by your hips. Go into a little bit of our bridge work next. So I want you to take an inhale breath. Feel your neutral spine position. Really get a sense of that. Exhale through that imaginary straw, draw in on the transversus abdominis, get that nice lift to the pelvic floor. Take another inhale breath, still feeling your neutral spine position. As you exhale this time, contract your abdominals only. Try to leave your glutes soft and press into imprint. Inhale, hold your imprint. Exhale, release back to neutral. We'll take that again. Inhale, neutral spine position. Exhale, contract your abdominals, press into imprint. Squeeze your glutes this time. Take an inhale breath. Peel your right foot, heel ball toe, up to a nice clean tabletop position. And exhale breath, left foot, heel ball toe, send the leg to tabletop. Let's join the knees, ankles, and big toes this time and squeeze through the knees just a little bit. Sweep the arms out to the side, going into a little spine twist supine. Inhale, send the knees over to the right so that your knees are pointing towards the 2 o'clock mark on an imaginary clock. And then exhale, find your imprint as you send those knees straight back up. And then inhale, send your knees over to the left to about that 10 o'clock mark. And then exhale straight up. Now let's get a little bit deeper as we go to the right. I want you to press down through the back of your left shoulder. And then up. And then as you go over to the left, I want you to press down through the back of the right shoulder. So you're feeling some opposition in your rotation. And up. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper, over to the right. Always finding imprint as we come up. And over to the left. And connect the lumbar spine to your mat, and then again over to the right. And up, and then once again over to the left. And up. Sweep your arms back down by your sides, but leave your legs in tabletop. Take an inhale breath to prepare. As you exhale, I want you to keep that 90-degree bend in your right knee and lower that right toe right towards your mat. And then inhale, bring it up. Exhale, left. And up, and right, and up. Keeping the breathing going, guys. Left, and up, and exhale to lower, and inhale to lift. And we'll go left, and up, and right, and left. Starting to feel it a little bit now. Right, and left. Do your best to maintain that imprint. Right, and left, and right, and left. One more rep each side, guys, and right, and left. Good. Take an inhale breath, lower the right foot. Exhale breath, lower the left foot. Come back to your perfect Pilates stance, guys. Make sure your spines are in neutral. Do a little bit of bridge work. Take your inhale breath to prepare. Exhale. Find your transversus and pelvic floor. Contract your abdominals, squeeze your glutes, and roll up to your bridge position. Inhale, really sending those knees away from the shoulders, and then exhale, rolling back down. Inhale, and exhale. Abdominals, glutes, hamstrings on the way up. Inhale to push those hips up a little bit higher, but drop the rib cage just a little bit lower, and then articulate back down. Inhale. Exhale, feel those abdominals, feel those glutes as you come up into that bridge. Inhale, really feel that clear position, very strong through the backs of the arms and shoulders. Exhale, rolling back down one more time, just like that, guys. Inhale, exhale, abdominals, glutes, hamstrings, roll up. Inhale, pull the earlobes away from the shoulders just a little bit, and then exhale, roll back down. Just a little bit more shoulder bridge work, right? I want you to pick up your right foot and cross the outside of your right ankle, right across the outside of your left knee. Both of my thighs are parallel to start, okay? Inhale, exhale, think about finding your imprint, squeezing your glutes, and rolling up to a one-legged bridge. And as you do that, your right leg is gonna open out to the side. It's gonna laterally rotate. You're gonna inhale and hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale, articulate back down. And as you roll back down, that right knee is going to come back to parallel. It's going to point right up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale to roll up. A long inhale breath as we hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, roll back down. Leg comes to parallel once again. Inhale. Exhale, abdominals, glutes, hamstrings, rolling up as you laterally rotate that right knee out to the side. Inhale at the top, no twisting at in the torso. Exhale, roll back down. We'll take that one more time, guys. Inhale. Exhale, abdominals, glutes, hamstrings, roll it up into that beautiful one-leg bridge. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, roll back down. Let's switch sides. Just unhook that leg, pick up the left foot, cross that left ankle to the outside of your right knee. Both thighs are parallel. Inhale. Exhale, think abdominals, glutes, hamstrings. Roll up to that bridge position as you laterally rotate the left knee out to the side. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Getting a little bit higher, 4. And then exhale, articulating back down. We go again. Inhale. Exhale. Sequencing the spine up. Inhaling, 2, 3,
4. Exhaling to roll back down. Inhale. Exhale. Sequence the spine on the whip. Feel really strong through the backs of the shoulders, everybody. Long necks. 2, 3, 4. And roll back down, bringing that thigh back to parallel. Last set. Inhale. Exhale. Press down through the belly button. Squeeze the glutes. Roll up. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, and then exhale to roll back down. Good. Just release that leg, guys. Come back to your Pilates stance into a little bit of our chest lift, abdominal work. Inhale, nod your chin. Send your eye gaze towards your belly button. And exhale. Stare straight up towards the ceiling. Inhale, nod the chin. Eye gaze goes down. And then release. And again, inhaling. And exhaling. Let's come into a chest lift, low curl. Inhale, nod your chin. Exhale, articulate up to that low curl position. As you inhale, really reach the fingertips to the wall in front of you. And then exhale, roll back down. We'll take that again. Inhale, nod your chin. Exhale, articulate up. Inhale, let's try to come up a little higher. Exhale, roll down. Again, nod your chin. Roll up. Come up a little bit higher. Roll down. This will be our last one just like that. Nod your chin. Curl up. A little bit higher. Sweep those arms to the back of the head and roll back down. Do your quick little elbow check. Here we go. Consecutive chest lifts. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, roll back. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. As you lower this 10th one, bring your right leg up to tabletop. Continue 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. As you lower this 10th one, extend that right leg, hover it off your mat. We keep going. 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. We're going to add rotation now. And 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. We're going to stay up after this 5th one. We're going to take an inhale and exhale, pulse on the diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Return to center with your inhale. Exhale, lower that right foot. Nod your chin, curl up. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. As you lower this 10th one, right leg up to tabletop, we continue. 1. Really pull those shoulder blades off your mat each time. 2. And 3. Do an elbow check for me. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. As you lower this 10th one, extend that left leg. Keep going. 1. And 2. And 3. And 4, and 5. We add rotation, sternum towards the left femur. And 2, don't think elbow, think sternum. 3, and 4, and 5. Good, come up and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling to roll all the way back down. Good job, guys. Take your fingers from behind your head. That was a nice long set. Just breathe deeply. Give me some nice big belly breaths here. Release those abdominal muscles. Take one more. Nice big belly breath. Good job, guys. And release. Okay, everyone roll towards your screens. And just roll right into your prone position. You can just take your band and place it off to the side. We won't use them quite yet, okay? We're gonna go into back extension prone, okay? So we're in our beautiful prone position, legs extended, little bit of activity in the glutes, ankles and toes gently pointed, feeling the co-contraction, goalpost position, feeling the strength of the upper back. We know the drill. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, really lengthening the crown of the head away from the toes, pressing down through the arms and palms, coming up into extension. Inhale at the top. Exhale, articulating back down. Inhale. And exhale, reaching. Inhale, let's try to come up a little bit higher. And exhale to roll back down. Inhale. Exhale, really feel that nice downward pressure through the arms and palms. Inhale up a little higher. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, when we come up a little bit higher, it's not from the neck, it's from the shoulders and upper back. And then roll back down, ready to change arm positions. Lengthen those arms. Palms facing in, upper back's active. Inhale. Exhale, reach and come up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, articulate back down. Inhaling. Really feel like your fingertips are pressing back through the wall behind you. Inhale. Exhale to float back down. Inhale. Exhale, reaching, getting longer before we come up. Inhale. And exhale, one more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale at the top. Exhale to float back down. A little bit faster now. Inhaling on the ups, exhaling on the downs. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. Reaching 6. And 7. With this 8th one, I want you to sweep your arms around to the side, stack your fingers underneath your forehead, come back down. Still back extension, guys. We're still coming up relatively high. New arm position. Reaching, inhale, and exhale. And 2. And 3. And 4. Let's all rotate towards our screens, adding a little rotation. 1. Away from our screens. 2. Towards our screens. 3. Last one. 4. Come all the way down, guys. Relax your upper backs for a moment. That was a good set of back extension. Okay, a little bit different today. We are going to do some hover spine work, but first of all, I'm going to do some work for the back of our necks. I think this is kind of important right now. So I want you to keep your forearms and palms down on your mat, and we're going to do little chin tucks. Hard for me to say, I guess. All right, so rest your forehead down on your stacked fingers, okay? You're not going to lift your arms and hands. You're just going to kind of tuck your chin in towards your neck, and you're going to draw your forehead away from your fingers and down. And 2. So there's no upward tilt to my chin at all. I'm definitely staring down at my mat and at my fingers. And pulling that chin in. 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Now we're going to make a little change. You're going to come into that same chin tuck and pull your forehead away. Now we're going to just nod, shake the head side to side like we're saying no. So let's all look towards our screens and away, and towards 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 and away. One more set, towards and away. Come back to your chin tuck and just lower your forehead down to your hands. Good job, guys. I think those are important. Maybe try to get other members of your household to do those with you, maybe on a daily basis. Bring our fingertips now around to the back of our heads, okay? So all I want us to do to start for this one is we're just gonna lift our elbow points up towards the ceiling and release them back down without coming into a hover spine at first. So just lift the elbow points up, release, and 2, release, and 3, release, and 4, release, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Now we will come into hover spine. So let's take that inhale breath. Exhale, retract the scapula, lift the elbow points, lengthen to hover. Inhale, hold. Exhale, float back down, let the elbow points release. Inhale. Exhale, retract the scapula, lift the elbow points, come into your hover. Inhale, grow a little bit longer in that hover position. Exhale, float back down. Inhale. Exhale, retracting the scapula, lifting the elbow points, lengthening to hover. Inhale at the top. Exhale, float back down. Let's do 20 pulses with this set. Inhale. Exhale, retract, lift your elbow points, lengthen to your hover. Inhale at the top. Exhale, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4. Just small. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really emphasizing the upper back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale at the top. Exhale, float back down. Really good, guys. Send your hands to your shoulders and walk yourselves back into shell stretch. Oh, I don't know about you, but I needed that. I have been in front of my screen a lot. Let's take 2 inhale breaths. Inhale breath. Exhale, release. Once again, inhale breath, stretching those spinal muscles. Exhale, roll and stack your spine. Good job, guys. We're gonna go right away into the 100. I'm gonna give you the option to use the flex band if you'd like to. That was the modification that we did earlier in the week. If you'd like just to go into plain 100, right, without a prop today, that's fine too. That's the one I'm going to demonstrate today. So choose your leg position for your 100. When we finish our set of 100, you guessed it, we're gonna go into a set of chest lift high curl position, and we're gonna do a set of 12 today. So a little bit of an increase, all right? I think we're ready for it, and our bodies certainly need it, okay? So let's choose our positions for the 100 today. Nice supine position, whatever leg position you're choosing, we're all gonna imprint our spines, feel that strong sense of imprint, and that strong sense of pressing the abdominal wall flat. Remember, we don't want any belly bulge built into our 100. Okay, arms down by our sides, shoulders are lengthened. Take a nice inhale breath. Exhale, nod your chin, lower your eyes, come up to your high curl position. Start thinking about your leg choices for today. Get those arms going with precision. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 20. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 30. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, nice and high, 2, 3, 4, 40. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, belly button down, 2, 3, 4, 50. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 60. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 70. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 80. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 90, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 100, back to tabletop. Here we go, guys, we can do this. Reach those fingertips, 1, just tiny release, and 2, keep breathing, 3, exhale, really bring the chest towards the thighs, and we go 5, and 6, oh, we can do this, and 7, and 8, nice high curl each time, 9, and 10, only 2 more, 11, here's our last one, 12, roll all the way back, guys, hug your knees in towards your chest, and just rock your spine side to side, good, breathing deep, and then roll to your sides, and come on up. Okay, we're gonna go back to our flex bands now. So, neat little trick. If you've got a loop band, you could use your loop band for this, but I know a lot of us weren't able to get a lot of extra props, and I totally understand that. I never obviously meant for you guys to get any new props, but here we are. All right, so we are gonna use our flex band as our loop band today. Totally doable. We used to do this in the old days before they invented those fancy loop bands. So I have a lighter resistance band, you guys recognize this, I've got a red one. So I'm just leaving a tiny space between my knees, and I'm just gonna make a bow, actually. I'm just gonna make a bow. The reason a bow works better than a knot is a bow is easier to release at the end when you wanna turn it back into just your regular flex band, okay? So I've made my bow,
And we're gonna go into a little bit of our bridge work. We've done this type of work before with the loop bands. I'm gonna put it just right below my kneecaps, and then we're gonna get back into our supine position, okay? So back into the supine position, and I'm gonna walk my heels out to the outside edges of my mat. So my heels are just to the outside edges. I've got a little bit of lateral rotation in my thighs, about 45 degrees, and a little bit of lateral rotation in my feet. My spine is gonna stay neutral, just stare straight up towards the ceiling. You can probably just hear my voice talk you through this. Beautiful neutral spine. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, with your exhales, I'm gonna have you pull the band apart with your knees for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, just keep your legs in that position. Take an inhale breath. No pelvic curl this time. Exhale, transversus abdominis, pelvic floor, glutes, and just come right up into your bridge position, and then set your hips back down. And 2, a little bit of tension on that band. And 3, and 4. Shoulders strong. 5. Necks lengthened. 6, and 7, and 8. Hips nice and high each time. 9. Keep your hips up on 10. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, pull that band apart for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maintain a little bit of tension on the band. Pattern. Lower your hips, lift your hips, lower your hips, lift your hips, pull. 2, 3, 4. Hips go down, up, and pull. 2, 3, 4. Hips down, up, pull. 2, 3, 4. Hips down, up, pull. 2, 3, 4. Hips down, up, and we pull. 2, 3, 4. One more set. Up, and we pull. 2, 3, 4. Stay in this position. Tuck and squeeze your hips upwards for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. New pattern. We lower and lift for 2. We pull the band for 2, and we tuck, squeeze for 2. Here we go, guys. Not very many sets. Lower, lift, pull, squeeze, squeeze. Lower, lift, pull, squeeze, squeeze. Lower, lift, pull, squeeze, squeeze. 2 more sets. Lift, lower, lift, pull, squeeze, squeeze. Last set. Lower, lift, pull, squeeze, squeeze. Just set those hips down, guys. Pull your knees in. Release your legs from the band, but don't untie your bow. Leave your band like this. We're going to use it again later. Okay, I'm getting everyone too excited right now. Okay, hug your knees in towards your chest. All right, we've done this stretch before. I want you to cross your right thigh completely over your left thigh. Close that gap. You may have to curl up to reach and take an overhand reach of those ankles, right? And then just settle back, and then you're going to gently press your thighs towards your torso as you try to pull your ankles apart from each other. Just breathe into that stretch. Good, and release, and we'll reverse it. Cross your left thigh over your right thigh. Take that little overhand grip of your ankles and press the thighs towards your chest as you pull the ankles apart. Breathe into the stretch. And release. Okay, everybody, roll towards your screens and come on up. Okay, everybody, we're going to continue on with what I sometimes call our half rollback series. All right, so we're going to start with a half rollback, proceed directly on to an exercise that we've done before called can-can, and then finish the series up with our full roll-up. Okay, we're going to add some fun modifications to our half rollback today. So go ahead and grab your loop band that I had you guys make earlier, and I want you to send your arms just right up to your wrists through your loop band, and we'll get into position for half rollback. So you're going to be directly up on your sits bones, legs and feet are in your Pilates stance, right? And you're going to bring your spine into a beautiful C curve position. Draw your shoulders away from your earlobes, create that lengthened neck. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, spin the pelvis back, increase that lumbar flexion, and roll back. And then inhale, come up and over. A little bit of tension on that band. So you're working those shoulder muscles, those mid-delt muscles, and over. And exhale to roll back. Go for those little slight increases each time, and then inhale up and over. And just a couple more like that before we add our arms, and we'll take 2 more. And up and over, and 1 more. And over. Let's add some arms, guys. Let's roll back. We'll lift the arms, lower the arms, lift the arms, lower the arms, and then pulse the arms outwards, pulling on that band for 1, 2, 3. Let's reach those arms again. Up and forward, and up and forward. Pull the band 1, 2, 3, and then send the torso over. Another set, guys. Roll back. We'll lift the arms, lower the arms, pressing those feet into your mat, and then pulse that band 1, 2, 3. And arms go again, up and forward, and up and forward. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Let's send the torso forward and pull back once again, and lift those arms and lower. Nice big range of motion, and pull. 2, 3, and lift. And lower, starting to really feel it now. And pulsing 1, 2, 3. Send the torso over. Last set, guys, I promise. Roll back and lift and lower. Really sink that belly button towards your mat and pull your band 1, 2, 3. Arms lift and lower and lift and lower. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Send the torso over. Excellent, guys. Put your band to the side just for the moment, into position for can-can. So I'm sending my arms behind my body. You can either point your fingers directly back, or you can open them to about a 45-degree angle, which is what I normally do. A little bend in those elbows, especially for those of us that have hyperextended elbows. And you're kind of using your scapular depressor muscles kind of to push the scapula down so we don't sink into the shoulder girdle. All right, we're going to start this exercise kind of Pilates stance, except I'm to the tips of my toes instead of feet flat on my mat. All right, I'm behind my sits bones, so my lumbar spine is going for a little bit of flexion, but my thoracic spine is going for a little bit of extension. Right, so you're not going to see or feel a ton of change in your body, but it's a significant adjustment. All right, let's take an inhale breath, and then exhale. Send the knees towards your screen. 1, 2, 3. Hold that position. Extend the legs and bring them back. Now rock away from your screen. 1, 2, 3. Extend the legs and return. And again, 1, 2, 3. Extend, return. And 1, 2, 3, and we extend, return. Let's do one more set. Each direction, extend, return, push into the palms of the hands. Feel that little bit of thoracic extension. Good, guys. Come on up. Go ahead and get your loop band again. Send your wrists through it, and we're going to do our roll up with a little bit of outward pressure on that flex band. All right, so go ahead and extend your legs out in front of you. Let's use beautifully flexed ankles and feet for this one. Take an inhale breath, exhale to spin the pelvis back, and really feel the pelvis, and then the lumbar spine, and then the low, mid, upper thoracic spine. Extend your arms up over your head. Be very mindful of your thoracic stability and your ribcage stability. Take an inhale breath. Send those fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, curling through the spine into that scooped position. Make sure that you're still on your sits bones. It's like you're coming up and over a beach ball that's right on top of your thighs. Inhale, start to spin the pelvis back once again and articulate the spine back to your mat. Let's do a few more, guys. Inhale and exhale. Keep those feet flexed.
and inhale. And exhale, a little bit of outward pressure on that band. Inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Let's keep that breath going. Keep it smooth. Really feel the spinal articulation. I think we've got 2 more in there, guys. Inhale, exhale, and keep the feet flexed, and curl that pelvis under, and really roll that spine like a string of pearls. Inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Good, guys. Let's roll towards our screens and come on up, and we can just put those loop bands off to the side. We will be using them yet again. Okay, we're going to learn a new exercise right now called double leg kick. Double as in 2, leg and kick. We're going to kick our legs 2 times. Why don't I show this one a couple of times to each side, and then we'll do it all together. This is going to use an arm position, guys, so I'm just going to show you quickly before I go into it. I'm actually interlacing my fingers and holding them behind my back, just above my sacrum, with my palms facing away from my back, all right? When I come up into spinal extension, my palms are gonna rotate in to face my back. So they go from facing away from my back, I come up into extension, and they face in towards my back. Okay, this is a prone facing exercise, so on my stomach. It's an exercise that works the entire posterior chain of your body, all the way from the cervical extensor muscles, thoracic, lumbar, your glutes, your hamstrings, and even your calf muscles, okay? So you're on your stomach, you're feeling your co-contraction, your fingers are interlaced behind your back, just above your sacrum, right? Let's squeeze our legs together for this one, okay? The start position involves squeezing your glutes, engaging your hamstrings, and just barely hovering your legs, just maybe an inch off of your mat. You're gonna take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, it's like your heels are kicking your butt. 1, 2, inhale, rotate the palms so the palms are facing towards your back. Now you're gonna turn your head to the opposite side, same thing. Exhale, exhale, inhale to come up into extension. You notice that my legs are lifted as well. Exhale, exhale, inhale to come up into extension. The head just keeps rotating side to side. Exhale, exhale, inhale, up into extension. And then we come back to the start position to finish, all right? So let's give that one a try. Remember, not too much extension through the back of the neck. Really work on the thoracic spine, the glutes, and the hamstrings, and the legs lifting. All right, here we go. Let's all face our screens to start. So we're resting to the side of our faces. Fingers interlaced right above the sacrum, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, and lift those legs slightly up off your mat. Let's take another inhale, and here we go. Exhale, kick, kick. Inhale, come up into extension. Exhale, turn the head to the opposite direction. 1, 2, inhale, up into extension. Exhale, 1, 2, inhale, really reaching, open the collarbones and chest, and then exhale, 1, 2, and reach. One more time in each direction. 1, 2, and lifting, and 1, 2, and reach. Good, guys. Come all the way down. Just lengthen your legs out. Bring your hands to your shoulders and press yourselves back into a shelf stretch. Hopefully you felt that one a little bit. Really come into that nice C-curve position. Take an inhale breath, and then exhale, roll, and stack your spines all the way up. Okay, everybody, time to grab those loop bands one more time, all right? We're gonna go into a little bit of our side lying series. So go ahead and just send your legs right through your loop band. And let's go to about above the ankles, about the mid-calf, right? Part of your leg. And then get into your lengthened leg side lying position. This is a really nice modification, okay? So you're completely stacked, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Your top hip is directly over your bottom hip, and you're cinched in at the waist. This top arm is right in front of your rib cage, kind of bracing you. One thing that having the loop band around your ankles is going to do is it's going to challenge your sense of stability. So you may need to really feel yourself press into that hand a little bit today. All right, so take a deep inhale breath, and as you do that, lengthen that top leg and lift it, feeling that nice little bit of resistance, and then exhale, flex the foot, squeeze the inner thighs together. And we'll just keep going with that inhale breath and that exhale breath, making sure that the torso is staying relatively stable and still, and that all of the mobility is occurring just right in that hip socket as you lift and lower that leg. And you feel a little bit of that challenge to the stability of the entire position, and definitely to the gluteus medius, gluteus minimus at the side of the hip. We'll take just a couple more. Good. Let's take 4 more. And 3 more. Starting to feel it a little bit now. And 2 more. And 1 more. Now I want you to flex that top foot. We did this a couple of classes ago. We're going to circle with a flexed foot as we exhale. 1, drawing those pretty circles with our heels. 2, reaching into the heel. 3 and 4 and 5. Let's take 8 and 6 and 7. Really isolating that leg. And 8, coming forward. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Hold the leg perfectly still. Point the toe, point that top foot now. Bring the bottom foot leg up to meet the top leg, and then squeeze it back down. And 2. Now we're getting a little bit of adductor work as well. All right, so we're getting some abductor work across the outside of that top leg, and some adductor work through the bottom leg. Good. And we'll take 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good work, guys. Okay, go ahead and come on up and slide the band down towards your ankles. We're going to go into another new exercise today called side bend. Okay, so I'm going to describe a little bit of what's happening. Okay, so I've got my right leg laterally rotated with my kneecap pointing up towards the ceiling, and my right heel is directly in front of my left ankle. My left leg is lying flat against my mat with the knee pointing directly forward, all right? I'm resting my weight on the heel of my hand, right? But I'm feeling that nice sense of distance between the humerus and the shoulder girdle. So I'm not sinking down into it. I'm pressing up out of it with a nice lift to my rib cage. The heel of my hand and my hip and my ankles and heels are forming one straight line across, right? I'm going to take my free hand and place it right on top of my knee with my palm facing up. So this is our start position for side bend. I'm going to take a 2-breath preparation for this one. An inhale and an exhale. On my next inhale breath, I'm going to press into the palm of this hand, lift my hips, squeeze my inner thighs together, and come into a side bend position, and then exhale, return. So it's an inhale to squeeze the inner thighs, come into that nice arc position, exhale, return. Let's take 3 more, and we'll take 3, and return, and 2, and return. And last one, feeling that nice stretch across the rib cage, and return. Good set, guys. Okay, swing the legs around. Let's take that whole entire series to the other side. So go ahead and bring your band up above the ankles again, all right? Just kind of lower mid-calf. And let's get into a sideline position on the opposite side, all right? Nice sideline position, beautiful straight line from the crown of my head to the tips of my toes. Engaging the transversus, slight lift to the pelvic floor. Take an inhale breath, lengthen that top leg, and lift. And then exhale, flex and lower. Articulating the foot back to a pointed toe as we lift. and flex to squeeze and lower. Good, just taking a few more. Kind of noticing that little bit of challenge to the stability of the entire position. I've got both of my legs connected by that flex band. All right, so I'm gonna have to really feel a little bit of opposition going on in my body, so my body doesn't travel with that top leg. Good, guys, let's take 4 more, and we'll go 4. Good, nice deep flex of that heel each time. Beautiful point of the toe to come up. Strong flex of the heel. And 1 more. Good, guys, bring that leg up again. Flex deep into that heel. Take an inhale breath and then exhale circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, 1 more. Let's come forward now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Articulate that top foot back to a beautifully pointed toe. Bring the bottom leg up, squeeze it against the top leg, and release. And 2. Good. Again, feeling the outer thigh, the top leg, and the inner thigh, and the bottom leg, and reaching. Feel those legs really reaching away from the center of the body. Create those long legs. Good, and we'll take 4, and 3, and 2 more, and last one. Good, guys, bring both legs down. Come on up, slide the band all the way down to your ankles. So now I have my left leg crossed in front of my right leg, with my left heel directly in front of my right ankle, right? Top leg is laterally rotated, knee pointing up. Bottom leg is parallel, knee pointing directly forward, right? Resting on the heel of this hand. It's about a 45-degree angle away from my body, right? Slight break in the elbow, pushing into the palm of the hand to create that sense of space between the top of the humerus and the shoulder girdle. My free hand, back of my wrist, just resting right on my knee. Take an inhale breath and a strong exhale breath. On the next inhale breath, sweep those hips up, press into the palm of that hand, create that beautiful arc. And then exhale to return. And 2, feel the stretch and feel the strength at the same time. And return. And 3. Good, we have 2 more, and 2. Good, there's always gonna be a harder side and an easier side. And last one, and release. Good, guys, okay. Release your feet out of the band, place it off to the side. We're gonna finish today with a set of swimming, okay? So we've done swimming with parallel legs. We're gonna try swimming with a little bit of lateral rotation, right, in the legs. And we've always done it with palms facing down. We're gonna rotate our palms inward. We're just gonna change the muscular emphasis of this exercise slightly by changing the angle of the legs and the angle of the arms, all right? So into our prone position, okay? Sending my legs out behind me. I'm still gonna keep them close together. I'm just bringing them into a little bit of lateral rotation or turnout, okay? Extending my arms out in front of me, nice and long still, right? Pulling my shoulders down away from my earlobes, but my palms are rotated in towards each other today. Still feeling my co-contraction and starting with my forehead down on my mat. Let's all take an inhale breath. As we exhale, we're gonna lift the arms, the torso, and the legs. And I want you just to breathe at your own pace for this one. We're not gonna use that percussive breath like we do for the 100. Good, just keep switching. Go at your own pace, make it as clean as you can. Be mindful of the back of your neck. Good, just gonna take a few more. Really challenging the posterior chain. Good, let's take 5, and 4, and 3, 2 more. Last one, let's take a little hold at the top, and then float back down. Slide your palms in towards your shoulders, and Rock yourself back into a shelf stretch once again. Let's take a couple of deep breaths in this position, guys. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Take another inhale. Try to reach the belly button a little higher. And then exhale, slowly roll and stack your spine all the way up. Okay, guys, just choose your favorite sitting position. Okay. Rest your hands on your legs. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a nice big diaphragmatic belly inhale. Really go deep. Feel those belly muscles open and extend. Hold that breath just for a moment. And then exhale, completely release it. We're gonna do that one last time, guys. Nice big diaphragmatic belly inhale. Go big, go deep. Leave yourselves from this workout with a beautifully oxygenated body. And then exhale to release. Go ahead and open your eyes, guys. Thank you so much for all of your work and effort today. Hang in there. Remember, I love you. I'll see you next time.